The Celar project aims to develop methods and tools for applying and controlling elastic resource provisioning for cloud applications in an automated manner. Celar can be installed on multiple cloud providers to enhance the performance of the cloud in terms of elasticity. The Celar engineer takes information from the Celar information system to choose a cloud provider for the deployment of his application. A cloud provider can offer only his infrastructure as a service, on top of which virtual machines, clusters and storage can be created, or he can also offer services. Such services are Cassandra, Hadoop, Apache and Hive. The machines and services indicated with green hooks are those who can be elastically adapted. Celar adds multiple layers to the cloud infrastructure in order to achieve elastic resource provisioning. Celar adds a monitoring layer to the cloud for monitoring the virtualization layer and application performance, and an elasticity layer for adapting application deployment to meet the defined requirements. Celar stores all the information in the Celar database. An application expert can use Celar from his personal computer via Eclipse. When an application expert wants to deploy an application on the cloud, he takes information about the machines and services of cloud providers from the information system. This information assists the user to describe his application, using the graphical user interface of the application description tool. The application description includes, among others, the application components, application structure and requirements. Such components could be a database or a web server. The description is passed to the application submission module, and then to the decision-making module. The decision-making module can use the profiler to collect information about application performance, cost and elasticity properties under different load scenarios. Then, the decision-making module can find an initial best deployment and inform the orchestration modules to perform the desired actions. The cloud orchestrator will allocate first the required virtual machines, clusters and storage. Then, the application orchestrator will install the required services on these machines. Finally, the application is ready to run and accept user requests. Once the application is deployed, the monitoring visualization tool is the most important of the Eclipse tools for the application expert. While application is up and running, monitoring agents from the virtual machine, cluster, cloud and application level collect information about the performance of the application components and the performance of the entire application. At the same time, the interceptor monitors the performance between the different application layers. This information is distributed to the monitoring visualization tool and to the decision-making module. While application deployment satisfies the application requirements, no elasticity action is performed. As soon as an event triggers an elasticity action, such as sudden increase of application users, the decision module informs the orchestration modules to adapt the application deployment. The cloud orchestrator will take action first, for example by adding a new virtual machine to the virtual cluster and increasing the allocated virtual storage. Then, the application orchestrator informs the affected services, for example Cassandra, about the additional virtual machine. The application is now executed on the new deployment, which satisfies the increased application load. When the number of application users decreases again, the decision-making module is informed to take the required elasticity actions. The decision-making module informs the application orchestrator to configure the elastic services, such as Cassandra, to run on the new application deployment. Then, the cloud orchestrator applies the new deployment by removing the additional virtual machine from the cluster, and deallocating the additional storage. The application continues running on the cloud. Elasticity actions are applied automatically during the lifetime of the application.